Buffalo. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Allen to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 4-yard pickup.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Here's Breida. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They run for it with Breida. Oh, they'll run the option right. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 2-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. All day defense.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. So they get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Allen going to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 89 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. It almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pick.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Eight yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure. Allen hit. He lost the football. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover over there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
To number 86.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua's throw going to find his running back, Breida. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
To number 86.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Tua now on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Tua to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That'll be complete to Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down, Dolphins.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
is cold.
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
He's down right here. Down on the right. Down on the right. 4 down. Check.
On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
34-yard
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Intended for Cole Beasley.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Kyle Van Noy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Jennings has it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
9 yards. 1st down, Miami.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
To Matt Breida.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Parker.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Play action, now it's Tua. And he's going to go down again. Jerry Hughes make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there, it's silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
At their own 9.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Check. Alert. 36. Kill.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Singletary again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Dick. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bills 14, Dolphins 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Jerry Hughes.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's got a man, complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game.
On down.
On first down, Singletary. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
To throw is Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins will start their drive at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Tonight's final score, Bills 14.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. I fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fateful mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pucks in a town we create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? Where do I know? They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside. Look when they peep us. Shoes us in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge don't sink in? Life gives you lemons, and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage, way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze. On each and every way, put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in them. Eating blood across it where the blood